Well, we have a couple of news items to talk about to start off this brand new week around the Ontario Hockey League, from signings to injury updates, and also an arena update when it involves an Ontario Hockey League team. So we'll get to all that, but I want to start off with the signing. Chaz Sharpe of the Mississauga Steelheads. He has signed a 2-year American Hockey League deal with the Toronto Marlies. That also includes a professional tryout, which will take him the rest of the way for this regular season with the Marlies. So exciting news for Chaz Sharpe. Sharpe was the captain of the Mississauga Steelheads, and of course is a 2003 born player, which meant he was not coming back to Mississauga as he just completed his overage season. And for him, this is a fantastic opportunity. Chaz Sharpe putting in quite the effort this season. He had 19 goals, 53 points in his final season with the Steelheads, and I felt that he was a big player in the second half of the season, which got Mississauga to compete for top spot in the Central Division. Obviously, they failed just short as North Bay would win the Central in the end, but still, Chaz Sharpe, he could do it all. He could contribute offensively, he can be a quarterback on the power play unit, and just a great shot blocker as well. And he's got a keen eye for getting in those passing lanes. And really, for Mississauga, he was a jack of all trades on the blue line for this team. So it's great to see him being rewarded for his efforts, as he'll be able to try and extend his career with the Toronto Marlies. And we also just saw last week how Bo Jelsma signed with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, and he scored in his debut there at the American Hockey League level. So for Chaz Sharpe, it'll be great to see him playing for the Toronto Marlies, and maybe one day we'll see him also at the National Hockey League level with the Toronto Maple Leafs, or maybe another team in the National Hockey League. Also to note, Dimma Jilin. He has signed with the Saginaw Spirit. Jilin was selected 19th overall in the OHL draft on Friday, and he is the very first player to sign an OHL scholarship and development agreement out of the 2024 draft class. It just seems like Jilin excited to be drafted by the Saginaw Spirit and just can't wait to get the season going next year. And of course, Saginaw right now in the midst of that playoff run. They're also hosting the Memorial Cup, so a lot of excitement when it comes to the Saginaw Spirit organization. And I think for Jilin, he'll be a good fit with this team going forward. He played for the under-16 Toronto Junior Canadiens last season. He had 10 goals, 12 assists, 22 points in 34 games. He's known as a quick and creative offensive talent, and he's also the younger brother of Danny Jilin, who played for the Guelph Storm and Kitchener Rangers, and right now is a current member of the Manitoba Moose. So we have another Jilin joining the Ontario Hockey League, this time as a member of the Saginaw Spirit. So congratulations to him on signing this agreement, and I'm sure we're going to start seeing over the coming days and weeks more players signing their commitments to the teams that drafted them over the last weekend. And we're going to stick with the Saginaw Spirit because we do have an injury update in the series involving Saginaw and Sault Ste. Marie. The second round series, it has been a battle. It's right now tied at 1 game apiece, and the series shifts to Sault Ste. Marie tonight for Game 3. And for the Greyhounds, Jack Beck, he has been out of the lineup since he took that high hit from Max Nemesnikov in the first round against the Guelph Storm, suffering an upper body injury. And it sounds like he could be back either tonight or Game 4. So, of course, this will take Beck a little bit of getting back into the rhythm of things here in the postseason, but he'll be a great option to add to the Sioux Greyhounds team as they try to get past the Saginaw Spirit in the second round. But it's been such a physical series between these two. We kind of expected it, these two West Division rivals going at it, and we've had some rough stuff after whistles, even at the end of game number 1, where Saginaw shut out the Sioux Greyhounds. But there was also a significant collision in game number 2 as goaltender Andrew Oak, he was knocked over by Bryce McConnell-Barker in a collision behind his own net. He left the game, and according to reports, I haven't been able to confirm this yet, but Andrew Oak, it sounds like, did not travel with the Greyhound or with the Spirit up to Sault Ste. Marie for games 3 and 4, which will be a tough loss because for Oak, he's been playing a really good run here in the postseason. As I mentioned, Saginaw getting that shutout in game number 1. So Oak being out, it's going to be a tough situation for Saginaw, so their goaltending depth will be tested as Lalonde. He's been a capable goaltender during the regular season, and he's going to be tested tonight at GFL Memorial Gardens as this series has taken another shift. And really, this is the only series where the road team earned a win because London, they're up 2-0 on Kitchener. North Bay, they're up 2-0 on Sudbury. and Oshawa up 2-0 on Ottawa. So this is one of the more intriguing series, and it's going to be fun to see what happens tonight in game number 3. So hopefully Oak is going to be okay. It's not a long-term injury is the hope, but we'll have to wait and see what this does for the Saginaw Spirit going forward. Also to note, the Sudbury Wolves Arena update. That is taking place tomorrow night. Sudbury City Council, they're going to be discussing a report which is presenting 3 options for the Sudbury Arena. One is to build a new rink for $200 million. That, of course, would be located next to the current arena in downtown Sudbury. Second option, renovate the Sudbury Community Arena for $180 million. Or option number 3, do nothing. And of course, this cost keeps rising with inflation and just the cost of everything these days. So City Council, they're going to take a long look at this. We'll see what kind of decisions come out of tomorrow night's council meeting. But if you're a Sudbury Wolves fan, I'm sure you're going to be keeping an eye on that council meeting. But at the same time, they're going to be playing in game number 3 against the North Bay Battalion tomorrow night. So council and playoff hockey happening at the exact same time. So I'll keep an eye on that situation. And on Wednesday morning, if there's anything to update, I'll do a video talking about the arena situation with Sudbury, because there's a lot of fans who've been intrigued by this. The arena was built in 1951. It is showing its age. So this is going to be a key decision when it comes to the arena situation in Greater Sudbury. And the last news item I wanted to talk about, Servac Petrovsky, he's going to be joining Team Slovakia at the 2024 IIHF Men's World Hockey Championship. So great news for the Owen Sound attack forward. Petrovski, I didn't realize this, but this is already his 8th tournament where he gets to represent his nation's colors. For Petrovski in 48 games with Team Slovakia, 22 goals, 20 assists, good for 42 points. And then this tournament is going to put him up against some NHL talent because, of course, as the NHL season, it wraps up this week. The teams that don't make the playoffs, players there will join Team Canada, Team USA, Germany, Sweden, Russia. Or not Russia, they're not going to be taking part of this, but all the countries that have qualified for the World Hockey Championship. This tournament, it's a big deal in Europe, and it's being held in the Czech Republic, so in Prague. So Servac Petrovsky representing the Owen Sound attack. So best of luck to him as he gets to battle it out on the world stage up against National Hockey League level players. It's going to be really cool to see what Servac Petrovsky is capable of with Team Slovakia. So that's how things look from the booth. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on any of these news items. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And it's really cool. We've now passed 150 subscribers on the channel. So thank you very much for everyone who has hit subscribe to be notified about all the updates when it comes to the Ontario Hockey League. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, it's okay. I'm just happy that you're here checking out this video and just staying informed with what's going on around the Ontario Hockey League. So again, thank you for all your support. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We'll talk to you again soon.